Hello everybody, good afternoon. Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United 3, Atalanta 2. A tale of two halves. Oh, how do you even work through this? How do you even, what do you even say? Do you just jump on a bandwagon and go, so Man United are back and everything's great? Or do you look at it and go, that papered over the cracks? I don't know. But ultimately, wherever I sit on Ollie, wherever you sit on Ollie, wherever you sit on Manchester United, that is entertainment. That is Manchester United. You can't not have a smile on your face. The fans were superb. The players were superb in the second half. And to be honest with you, you can't knock the coaching in the second half because we've scored 3 goals. And what I would say is that, look, player ratings, link in the video description, mark every player at a 10, 6 being your average. We'll do that in a few minutes. Who's going to be a man of the match is going to be very interesting. But look, we deserve something. I said this before the game. Whatever conversation you're having, however you feel long term, for me, Manchester United is not Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's just the thing that got me into Manchester United. It's the education my granddad gave me as a kid. It's that badge. And it's that feeling I never want us not to win. So I can't not be happy. I can't not put a smile on my face because I just don't understand how you couldn't be. And to be entertained like that, I think the big thing I would say, and one of the biggest problems we've had at Manchester United, is that why do we all, and this is not a new thing, look at this. Look, I said it, and I wasn't crying there. What I was going to say is that I said it at half time. They're like an Italian Leeds. They're wide open. If Fred and Rashford could finish better, we would have scored 2 in the first half. Like we did, we should have won that game. It wasn't like they played better than us for half an hour, but as soon as they went 2-0 up, we were the better team for an hour. We could have scored 6. They were wide open at the back. Absolutely. They're like a butcher's apron. They were so open. There were so many goals. And I said it at half time. I said, we're 2-0 down. But it's not like we're playing against bloody Tuchel or something like that. We're playing against an Italian Leeds. They're wide open. We're at Old Trafford. We're attacking the Stretford end. And we've got to win. It's not a surprise to me that we won 3-2. It was thoroughly entertaining, but it wasn't surprising that we came back into it. What I find frustrating is that he's picked the wrong bloody team again, and we've got to talk about that. He's picked the wrong team. The team he finished with is Manchester United. The team he started with is Ollie United. It's McTominay and Fred in the midfield, who are just not good enough, and it's Rashford and Greenwood on the wings, who aren't creative. And it's basically long ball and try and keep a clean sheet. Soon as we go 2-0 down, we start having to play football. And as soon as Pogba and Sancho and Cavani come on, we look like we can just score a goal any minute. The ball's pinging around, pass and move. I thought Sancho made a big difference when he came on as well, but Pogba certainly in the midfield, Cavani as well. We looked like a Manchester United side. But we never do this. We should be starting the game like that. That crowd was pumped up. The fans were fantastic. 0-0. We need to win this game. Solskjaer's in trouble. What does he do? He goes long ball and he goes McTominay and Fred in the midfield. And we go 2-0 down. And then we go 2-0 down and we have to go for it. And the crowd's up for it and we play good football. But this was happening a year ago at Southampton. It was happening at West Ham. I don't know why he can't just play caution to the wind. I still think his job is in danger. You know, we've got tough league games to come. He's kept us in the Champions League. I think we'll go through in the Champions League now. But let's be honest, we've played 2 home Champions League games. We've taken 6 points. We could have taken none. Villarreal was very late. Probably didn't deserve to beat Villarreal. I think we did deserve to win tonight. But we've taken 6 points. He's won his home games. He's probably been a bit lucky, but I felt we deserved to win tonight. But what I have to say is that it's despite Ollie in a sense, because ultimately the plan goes out the window and we go for it. That's the plan failed tonight. His team was wrong. His approach was wrong. And then he's 2-0 down and he's like, I'm in the shit. I may as well just go for it. And look, if Atalanta had got the 3rd goal on the break when we're going for it, it's over. But they don't, and we win 3-2, and we deserve to win. But my big question would be, that was fantastic in the second half. Why can't you find a way to play like that from minute 1? Why do we have to start off trying to find a moment? Because we set up to win that game 1 or 2-0. That first half, with that back 6, and Rashford and Greenwood for the pace on the break, Ronaldo's not going to get any service in that team. Second half, Ronaldo's getting loads of chances. I mean, Ronaldo should have scored. We definitely deserved to win that game. Second half, we pummeled them. We created chance after chance after chance after chance, and none of it was about long ball. As I said, the team we finished that game with was way better than the team we started it with. Not a long ball in sight. And that would be my question. Why is it that he's picking the team from the start like that when it's not his best team? You know, £74 million on Jadon Sancho. Paul Pogba were trying to get him to sign a new contract, and we're playing like that. And that's the thing. And it's going to be very interesting on Sunday, but I don't want to drag... I will talk about Ollie's long-term future because I think people want to talk about that. But I just want to say, that goal by Ronaldo looks so simple. It's world class. The cross, we need to do more of this. The Luke Shaw cross is perfect. Their header from Ronaldo is world class. Let's not forget the saves by David De Gea. That could have cost us the game. I thought Bruno, I think people are sort of queuing up to have a prop at Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes assist for Rashford. There's a funeral and it involves Atalanta defenders. He killed them. He took them out the game like he did against West Ham. Bruno effectively got 2 assists. He could have had 5. I know Bruno's infuriating. I know Ricky says he's infuriating. I know a lot of you think he's infuriating. But the whole point of his infuriation is that he can play passes other people can't. But if you're going to take the risk, sometimes the pass won't come off. But I thought Bruno was absolutely fantastic. I thought Ronaldo was fantastic even before the goal. He again was very creative and very responsible, showed leadership. I thought Ronaldo was fantastic. I thought Bruno was fantastic. I thought De Gea was fantastic. I thought Luke Shaw looked a lot better. I thought Wan-Bissaka had a good game. I even thought Fred had an okay game for a change. I thought Fred did quite well. And I think we deserve to win the game. And we know we've got good players. The frustrating thing for me is we are terribly coached. And I know that's a negative thing to say, and I'm not going to talk about it now, talk about it in a few minutes, but we are terribly coached. But my question would be, where are we going to go from here? And we go from here into very hard games. We've got Liverpool, we've got Spurs away, we've got Atalanta away, who will be a difficult game, and then we've got Man City at home. We've got very difficult games, and I think ideally Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would like to have Norwich at home at the weekend and build on that momentum. But I did say it at the end of the game, and I'll say it again, the fans were fantastic, the players were fantastic, and ultimately we played the right team for Solskjaer tonight. They were like an Italian Leeds, and we always do well against Leeds. And on top of that, Ollie will like that, because if you win that game 1-0 and you play badly, everyone's like, well, we won, but we're still playing badly. If you win that game from 2-0 down, the momentum, the enthusiasm, the excitement, even I feel it. The feeling that you want this to work, the feeling that you want this to be it. I can feel that. I want this to be it. I think a change is a change, and it means failure, and a change means we're not winning the title this year, and a change means we're not winning the Champions League this year, and a change means we've got to wait another year and another transfer window and build again. The best thing that can happen for United is that this works out. I do agree with that. Do I believe it's going to happen? Look, you see the players in the second half. You know it can happen. You know what a good coach could do with these players, because you know what they did in the second half. The chances we created 22 chances. We played good football in the second half, but we played good football in the second half 100% because we had to. We had to go for it. It was gung-ho. It was caution to the wind. It was throw everything at them. That's what it was. And he won't do that from minute 1. He won't play like that from minute 1. And we won't play like that against Liverpool. We could go down 2-0 against Liverpool on Sunday, and I'd be worried if I was Liverpool, because I'd be like, if I was Klopp, I'd be like, bloody hell, you could be 2-0 up against this team, and look at what they did. They'll come at you. And when we go at people, we've got the players to do it. The problem is, in the 3 years Ollie's been here with those coaches, we know he'll revert to McTominay and Fred. What his front, I can't wait to see what his team's going to be against Liverpool, because if it's McTominay and Fred and it's Greenwood and Rashford, I think you're walking into the same trap that you did in the first half. If he goes Fred and Pogba and he puts Sancho on the wing with Rashford, I think we're a different team. But will he do that? And that's I suppose Ollie's made it very easy for me now, and probably for you as well. What are you going to do against Liverpool? Because the team you picked tonight nearly sacked you. 2-0 down, you don't often come back from 2-0 down. You picked the wrong team. The team that won you that game involved Paul Pogba, Jadon Sancho, Edison Cavani, and it involved not having 2 wide forwards who don't pass and not having 2 midfielders who don't know what they're doing. So, over to him. I think Ronaldo moved around a lot more rather than just staying in the box. I think it helped a lot, says Gordon Murray. The movement in the second half was fantastic. You know, we pressed really well as well. They couldn't get out. The energy in the second half was actually there. Do you think Ronaldo and Cavani can start together? Cavani's work rate always seems to get those around him going, says Kieran. I don't think Cavani can play every game. I think he's like Matic, but, you know, he's a massive, massive part to the team. Haven't heard a word about him after the game, but just a reminder, Bruno was our best player by a country mile tonight. Jay, I've spoken about him. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. You know, I thought Fred played well as well. I mean, we're going to do the player ratings in a minute. I'm just looking at the Ronaldo goal. It's just so good. He's so good in the air. To not put crosses into the box for Cristiano Ronaldo is like taking a piano off Elton John. You know, you've got to put crosses in the box, and we don't do it enough. You know, Elton John without a piano, you don't get all those hits. Crosses without Ronaldo, you don't get those sort of goals. You've got to do it. We're not doing that enough. That's a tactical failure. Putting crosses into the box is not a problem. We should do it. We should do a hell of it. We should do it a hell of a lot more. We've got to do it a lot more. Before I do the player ratings, though, look, I'm not going to shirk the fact what we've been talking about for the last week, and I don't really like to do it, but there's been 10 minutes of real positivity and excitement there. Let's talk about Manchester United. Let's talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because we're talking about the goals we conceded as well here. Dude, you soft slaps on the table is killing my subwoofer, says Abhishek. Sorry. Love how Paul Scholes and Peter Crouch are really focusing on how poor the first half was. The first half would really worry me against Liverpool, says Luke Byrne. And second half, Bruno dropped a little deeper and connected the midfield better, says Vicky. And absolutely disgusting performance from Greenwood. Didn't jump for headers, press or tackle. He needs to be dropped for Sancho. Donny van der Beek and Bain need to play. Chidder, Donny van der Beek is finished at this football club. I don't even know why he's even put on the bench anymore. He's done. Liam says Ollie's the best manager in the world. I think we were set up to let Atalanta tire out by the second half and take the game from them. If we didn't concede, we would have been 5-1 up, says Kanishka. Look, I think that there has to... Look, let me talk about this honestly now. I'm over the moon with the win. We had to win. I said it in the preview. We had to win that. I don't want to be in the Europa League. I don't care whether Ollie's the manager or Southgate's the manager. I don't want to be in the Europa League. Manchester United fan, don't want to be in the Europa League. Don't want to be playing Thursday night football. I want to see Manchester United in the knockout stages of the Champions League. And I think we've got a great opportunity of doing that now. But look, that was it. That was the chance that... the 2 saves from David De Gea. Zapata turns Lindelof like a bottle top. It's a world-class save. I can't remember what the score was. Chat, let me know. What was the score when Zapata turned Lindelof? Was it 2-1 to them at the time, or was it 2-2? That would have been game over. I think it might have been 2-2. But that De Gea save is just, again, absolutely sensational. And Ronaldo and De Gea are embracing at the end because goats appreciate it. It was 2-1. We were out. 2-1. That's over. And Ronaldo's goal is as good as David De Gea's save. I always say this. There are certain saves in a game that are as important as a goal. But look, let's talk about Ollie. There's been a lot of talk about Ollie this week. Obviously, you know, we've called out as fans. We want better analysis from our legends. And I think Scholes's given good analysis tonight. And hopefully Rio has as well. And, you know, hopefully Gary will when he gets a chance. But I think with regards to United and where we're at, you know, you can't play like that for 60 games. You can't. We saw it last year. Southampton, you can't do that every game. You can't. We've got to find a way to not be in this position. And everybody got very excited about Eric Ramsey as a coach. We're crap on set pieces the last 2 games. Leicester, we conceded a goal from set pieces. Tonight, we've conceded a goal from set piece. The first goal is embarrassing. To go 1-0 down to a goal like that is pure embarrassing. McTominay's not gone with the runner. There's 5 red shirts in a line. There's 1 Atalanta shirt and he gets a tap in. De Gea can do nothing on either goal. The corner, Harry Maguire is just stood there. McTominay is just stood there. Zonal marking, nowhere near a cross, right centre in your 6-yard box. It's crap defending, it's crap coaching. And in the first half, I think we got embarrassed. I think we did get embarrassed. Our plan was long balls to Marcus Rashford. And it nearly worked a few times, but it's basic. And the first half, and it was a tale of 2 halves, and we were second half FC, and we know we can be second half FC, but that first half was terrible. And a better team, And I thought Atalanta were okay, but I think a better team probably puts a real nail in Ollie's coffin tonight. We've come back and we've won it, and we deserve to win the game, and that's the positive. But if I'm Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and my coaches, I ain't sat there having a round of drinks going, we know what we're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. I think they're a bloody shambles. And I think what's happened in the second half is pride has kicked in and some really good substitutions have kicked in. And Atalanta have probably rested on their laurels a bit. I thought second half we were fantastic. That's how I want Manchester United to play. Entertaining, attacking, risk-taking, pressing, winning the ball. We didn't concede many chances. And Varane's only going to make us better when he comes back. But I fear what's going to happen is that we're not going to play like that against Liverpool. We're not going to play like that against Man City. And we're going to drop points. And as soon as we drop points to Liverpool and Man City, any hope of the title is gone. The Champions League will be his saviour. And look, maybe we can do well in the Champions League. But my prediction is we are going to continue to drop points in the league because we're not going to play like this regularly. We will continue to do quite well in the Champions League, and he will survive until the summer. And in the summer, they'll have a decision to make. And I don't think they'll move him on. I think we're going to see a bit of a fight, but ultimately we will get top four. I think Champions League, who knows? And we've got the FA Cup left. But I don't think tonight I think I'd be a complete hypocrite to say that changes my opinion on where I was this morning or after the Leicester game. I think defensively we're a joke at the moment, and I think better teams will cause us more problems. I think the crowd tonight has been a massive part, and I think the quality of players to just go for it in the second half got us out of jail. When we go for it, we've got some fantastic attacking players. When we try and play this defensive counter-attacking shit, we're vulnerable. David De Gea is our player of the season. So happy he's back to form. We rode our luck again tonight, but I'll take it. Doubting Ronaldo is a joke. Quality. Ollie will sack himself by playing McFred. Our best is that he goes into a run until Christmas and they get a CDM. This is Manchester G. What do you think it would take for the higher-ups to sack Ollie, says Benjamin? Look, whatever your argument is about Ollie and the coaching, the level of incompetence in the board is on a whole different level. They don't know anything about football. They'll just see 3-2 and go, yes, we're going to win the Champions League. They won't have analysed that game at all. Atalanta were missing 5 first-team players and lost their best player tonight to injury. Liverpool a different gravy, says Marlowe. I don't think we'll lose to Liverpool. We're going to do the player ratings now. I don't think we're going to lose to Liverpool. And I called this even before tonight. I don't think we'll lose to Liverpool. And when we were 2-0 down at half-time, I said I still think we can win it. So if you can take a bit of positivity from that, please do. I don't think we'll lose to Liverpool because it's a derby. The crowd are going to be up for it. There's going to be positivity from that. I don't think we'll lose to Liverpool. I don't think we'll beat Liverpool. I think it'll be a draw. Can you shout out Team Name FC, Mark? Top of Sunday League 6-a-side, says Unknown. There you go, Team Name FC. Pogba and Fred work as a partnership much better than McFred or Pogba and McTominay. Yeah, well, McTominay and Pogba did not work at the week. Matic and Pogba did not work at the weekend. I personally think Fred and Pogba probably is our best midfield too. Ollie will sack himself by playing McFred. We've done that one from Manchester G. Against the back 3-5 system, we struggle because our wingers don't track the opponent wing backs. Has happened so many times this season already. Rashford and Greenwood don't track back. They don't track back. But Scholes has apparently questioned the tactics. I applaud it. The tactics are abysmal. The players have got us through that game again. That second half was go for it. That half-time talk was go for it. That's what it was. Go for it. You could tell those players were playing on memory. They were playing on pass and move. They were playing on energy. They were playing off the crowd. You can't do that at Anfield. You can't play like that at Anfield. If you're 2-0 down at Anfield, you're fucked. If you're 2-0 down at the Etihad, you're fucked. You're 2-0 down at Ellen Road, you're fucked. So that was the fans. If I was Ollie, I would come out and I would give that to the fans, because 2-0 down in any other environment, you're out. You're not coming back. The crowd sorted that out, and the players responded to the crowd, and they were allowed to be free. None of this long ball shit. None of this back six shit. We went for it. We had to go for it. He had to go for it. He couldn't lose that game. Whether he's going to lose his job or not, he couldn't lose that game. You lose that game and we're not getting out of that group. So he's got to find a way. The questions are there still to be answered for me. It's a great result. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But where's I said when the team news came out, that team could win tonight, but there's no future in it. McTominay and Fred, there's no future in that. We've seen it for a year. We're not going to win a league. We're not going to win the Champions League. That is a plaster on a wound, that team he picks tonight. I don't know what he does long term. He's got, for me, what I would do long term, Pogba and Fred, Sancho, Rashford, Bruno, Rashford. That's my team. I love Greenwood. I really do. But for me, I don't know why he's starting all the games, because he's still got a lot to learn and we're not coaching him. I've said this about Mason Greenwood. He's a generational talent. I think he's bloody brilliant, but I think he's the same player he was when he was 17 in the youth setup. They're not coaching him. They're not teaching him how to play as a winger. They're not teaching him how to pass and move. He's the same amazing talent, but, Sancho will offer us more creativity at the moment. You can't have two wide forwards. Sancho on the right, Rashford on the left, Ronaldo, Bruno, Pogba, Fred. That's what I would do. And as for Donny, look, I can't talk about Donny because he's not part of the team. Ollie just had a great interview, I think, praising the players and the fans, saying that the players play for the badge and not for him, says FIFA Gangster. Good. Pogba on the bench, says, no, I wouldn't put Pogba on the bench. Bruno Fernandes created more chances tonight than any other player has in the entirety of the Champions League this season, says Ernesto. He was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And you can't say Pogba for long term when he's leaving after the season, can you, says Mr. Glenn Johnson. You've got to put him in the team. You've got to put him in the team. And look, you know what? If you're an Ollie outer, you're probably going to be quite frustrated by this. But if I was Ollie, I'd come out and thank the fans as well, because he needs those fans singing his name. If those fans sing his name, he's laughing. And they were singing his name tonight. And if they're singing his name on Sunday and at Spurs and against City, he's safe. The club aren't stupid. The club have put Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in that job to play on your emotions, to play on my emotions, to play on everyone's emotions. They will not sack a manager when people are singing Ollie's at the wheel. They're not stupid, and Ollie's not stupid. So I think it is a good interview from him. Right, let's do the player ratings. David De Gea was an 8 for me, because if he doesn't make those saves at 2-1, we've lost, and we're having a very, very different conversation. Links in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being your average. We're going through the player ratings now. It should be on your screen. It is. Good. 8 out of 10, yeah. Faisal, thanks for that. The crowd booing lit a fire under Ollie. Sancho on the right is a must. Thanks for the quality content every morning. Great for the drive to work. Got Paul Ince on tomorrow, Paulie. You can say... I've done that about Pogba. Right, okay. So, Wan-Bissaka I thought was good. I thought Wan-Bissaka played well tonight. I think he gets a lot of stick. I thought his energy in the second half was unbelievable. I thought defensively he was very good. I thought he drove forward with the ball. Yes, he could improve his crossing, but I thought he played well tonight. Lindelof, very lucky. Very lucky. Very, very lucky. If David De Gea doesn't make that save, he is getting absolute pelters. He spun him like a bottle top. Sabata. So, very lucky player, Lindelof. That's all I'm going to say. Harry Maguire tonight. You know what? Harry Maguire tonight. Let's give him a 7. I mean, he's got a 6. Scored a very important goal. Was totally at fault for... Defensively, he looked suspect to me. But I'll give him a 7. Because he scored a very important goal. Maybe I'm being a bit generous, a bit emotional, getting locked up in the moment. But second half, he was better. First half, he doesn't look fit. This is typical Ollie. He will pick a player who's not fit. But you know what? Fair play. He scored a very important goal. Luke Shaw gets a 7 for me. I don't know what people seem to have switched off on Luke Shaw again. We seem to have gone back to the Luke Shaw's overrated bullshit again. The cross was delightful. I thought he played very, very well. Very energetic. And yeah, look, he probably could have done a little bit better on the first goal, but I think Luke Shaw definitely looked a lot better. Scared about the Rashford injury, and Ollie needs him more than any player in this team, says Summerjit. Well, look, I don't want Rashford to be injured, but I actually thought Rashford was trying too hard tonight. Lovely finish though. Ollie actually thought we played well first half. What the hell, says Luke Byrne. We did create chances in the first half. We did create chances. I wouldn't say we played well, but we did create chances. Fred, 7. I don't know why people are giving him a 5.5. I think that's really harsh. I think that's probably Fred's best game of the season. And whilst it wasn't amazing, it was certainly better than crap. And I think Fred this season has been consistently crap. Didn't get knocked off the ball today. Didn't misplace many passes. Could have scored a goal. Pressed really well in the second half. I was happy with Fred today. I was more than happy. I wasn't just content. I don't think it was average. I thought it was better than average. I thought Fred was better tonight, and I think there's something to build on. The reality is, somebody's got to play in that midfield. Matic isn't going to do it. Donny's got no chance. If it's going to be Pogba, I want it to be Fred. I don't want it to be McTominay. I think McTominay's bang average in there. I know he nearly scored a goal, but that's where McTominay does damage when he breaks forward. I'd rather Pogba was doing that. So for me, I thought Fred played well tonight, and I would be going with Fred at the weekend if he's not injured. McTominay for me tonight was a bit of a passenger. I'd give him a 5. I know he nearly scored a goal, but I didn't really notice him much yet again. So I would give him a 5. Bruno for me, man of the match contender. I'd give him an 8.5. I mean, God, 7! What's our fan base doing to Bruno? Who's the idiot who started this Bruno agenda? I don't get it. We wouldn't even be in the Champions League if it wasn't for Bruno the last 2 years. He's so important. I just don't think people understand what a number 10 is. If you are a creative number 10, you will give the ball away. Like, I think people live on FIFA and they think if you give the ball away, you're shit. I know in the first half we had a 4v3 and he made a bad pass. But he's been brilliant. He's just created more chances than anyone's ever done in a Champions League and given him a 7. I was tempted to give him a 9. Having a bloody laugh with a 7. Bloody hell. I don't know what's going on there. Greenwood for me, I'd probably give him a 5. I think he was a bit below average tonight, Mason. Put a shift in, worked hard, but we need to develop Mason the footballer. I think Mason, the generational talent goal scorer, is superb. We need to develop Mason the footballer because when it comes to the give and go and the possession, that's not his strong point. He definitely can do it, but the passing and moving, he's still a little bit lacking. That's coaching for me. I don't think we're developing Mason's game beyond what Mason is brilliant at, which is getting the ball and getting a shot off. I think we can build a player there as well. So I think he was a little bit below average today. Rashford, I'd probably give Rashford a 7 tonight, maybe a 6.5. Could have had more goals than he did. Always looks a threat, was a bit wasteful at times, but definitely was trying to make an impact. If I was coaching Marcus Rashford, I would say, don't force it, mate. Don't force it. Don't take the extra man on. Don't shirt from 30 yards. Get the ball, pass the ball and move. And then you'll get the Brunos playing you in and then you'll score. You know, your job is to finish the good chances. Your job is to get the ball and move it. Don't be trying to push it too much. But I thought Rashford played well. Ronaldo's another 8 for me. I actually thought even if he hadn't scored a goal, Cristiano Ronaldo was fantastic tonight. I thought he played a very mature game. I think he passed and moved quite well. I think his movement was really good. I thought the goal was just exquisite. Absolutely magnificent. They're my favourite Ronaldo goals. When he used to play for us 10 years ago, my favourite Ronaldo goals were were fast, cutting in, bang, low shot. I think his game's developed. My favourite Ronaldo goal now is a cross and bang. Leap like a salmon, neck muscles like a giraffe. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it. Player ratings reflect the negativity in the United Stand community at the moment. Negativity breeds negativity. Emotions running people's heads. Predictive, says Mr. Glenn Johnson. Loved Ronaldo and Cavani tracking back. Hopefully the younger players start doing it more, says Christian Fernandez. I definitely think Greenwood and Rashford need to track back more. They're young lads. When Cavani's tracking back and Ronaldo's tracking back in their 30s, Rashford and Greenwood need to be taught how to track back as well. Cavani, I'd give him a 7 for his work rate. Same against Villarreal. It creates this work rate. It really does. I thought it was fantastic. Jadon Sancho, I'll give him a generous 7. I thought he made a difference. I do. I think he needs to play from the start. Pep Guardiola, I mean, this is another bad reflection on the coaching. Pep Guardiola spends £100 million on Jack Grealish. He's straight into the team for the Community Shield and he never leaves the team. Because Pep Guardiola knows 2 things. 1, he spent a lot of money on this player. 2, he needs to integrate him. We spend a lot of money on a player, we're not integrating him. He's either part of the plan or he's not. You can't wait till Christmas. He's got to be in this team. By Liverpool on Sunday, Sancho should know how United are working. He needs to be starting games. 100% needs to be starting games. Matic just did a job for us, give him a 6. Now, I know Ollie's going to get a really low score here, but I would give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a 6. Now, I know you're going to give him a 4, but we actually did deserve to win that game. I think when you look at the stats, the shots and everything, we did deserve to win that game. I disagree with the starting lineup. I don't think the tactics in the first half were very good. But second half, He's told him to go for it. His substitutions were better. I'd probably give him a 7 for the second half and a 4 for the first half. So a 6 is about right. But look, for me, the man of the match, and my man of the match is either Bruno, Ronaldo or De Gea. And I'm going to give it De Gea because I didn't realise it was 2-1 at that point. That save basically saves Ollie, saves our Champions League. It's because of him we're not in the Europa League. So I haven't done a score for somebody. What's going on here? Pogba. Didn't give Pogba a score. I thought Pogba made a big difference when he came on. I give him a 7. Pogba should be starting games for Manchester United. Definitely. Ronaldo gets man of the match with 39%. I knew Ronaldo would get it. I actually thought he'd have more than that. So Ronaldo got 39%. David De Gea got 28%. And then the rest was shared out with Bruno in third. But the real man of the match tonight, without a shadow of a doubt, is the fans. I thought the fans were magnificent tonight. Absolutely superb. Absolutely incredible. And I'll be back in a minute. I've just got to do something. I don't want my TV to go off. I thought the fans were absolutely magnificent. Absolutely superb. Gary Barlow. Absolutely magnificent. And I thought the players were fantastic as well. I thought the players just went for it in the second half. And I think the fans were just brilliant from minute one. And the fans just want to be entertained. And this is what I would say to Ollie. This crap approach, whatever your coaches are telling you, bin them off. Like, bin the idea off. Because, you know, not park the bus. It wasn't park the bus. But a back six and long ball is not Manchester United. In the second half, we saw what Manchester United are all about. And I want to see more and more of that from Manchester United. But of course, the sad thing is, we're going into a Liverpool game on the weekend where we won't be able to play like we did in the second half because only an idiot would play like that. We can't play like that against Liverpool. So we're going to see him play in a similar way. But if he goes with McFred, what's it all about? All that's for nothing. That second half is for nothing if he starts with the same team that he started with tonight. And that's for me why, if we lose against Liverpool at the weekend, I probably will say he's not the right manager, he's got to go. Because I just don't trust him, I don't trust the coaches, and I thought the first half and his team was shit. And I think the second half was basically, I'm screwed, go for it. And we should be seeing that a lot more. But the positive, fans were amazing. The players in the second half were amazing. And, you know, if I hadn't seen this all before, I'd think there was something to build on. I don't think there's anything to build on because I don't think he'll move away from what he's been doing for the last year. But I hope he does. Anyway, we're going to head over to the fan forum. Lots of different opinions, as I'm sure you'll love. I'm back in the morning with Paul Ince at 10 o'clock. We'll see what he's got to say ahead of the Liverpool game. There'll be plenty of banter for that because he went to Liverpool. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. What a day it's been. I'm so glad I spent it with you, and I'm so glad we got a game like that because we need a smile on our face. We know we've got a massive game on Sunday, and at least we know we've got a chance of getting into the Champions League in February. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the fan forum.